So one of the most common questions I get is, Andrew, where do we start when buying a home? I like to first have that initial conversation. Whether we know each other, we're family, friends, or we're just meeting for the first time, I like to create that client to realtor communication, because when it comes down to it, communicating is the number one thing that's gonna let us be successful in this transaction. So after that, what I'm gonna do is send you this little packet. It's a guide to buying your home. Basically, it goes over everything from start to finish, what it's gonna take to buy a home. It tells a little bit about my company, a little bit about me, and then at the very back here, this is what I like to focus on is there's a chart and it shows everything from start to finish on when we go into contract to when you close on a home. So the first thing that you want to do, kind of 1A, 1B, is create a relationship with the realtor. And then you want to ask yourself, are we buying this home with cash or are we going to get financing? If you're going to get financing, creating a relationship with the lender. I like doing this early in the process because as a realtor, if I get to know you, get to know what your wants and needs are, I can help educate you well before we go into contract. So if any bumps in the roads happen, we're ready for them. As a lender, they're gonna look at your financials, your income, your debt to income. And if you're not quite where you wanna be to buy a home, they'll tell you how to get there. So it's good to create that conversation earlier. So once you have a realtor, once you have a lender, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is have a buyer consultation. I like to call it a strategy session, buyer consultation, however you wanna call it. And what this is us sitting down and going over your wants and needs. Why are you buying a home? When are you buying a home? Where are you gonna buy your home? What's your budget? How many bedrooms, bathrooms, location? We're gonna go over everything so it gives me more information to do a better job for you. Once we have that buyer consultation, we're going to view and select homes. So here's what I'll do on my end. I'll take all the information that I gathered in that initial buyer consultation, put it into a profile on my computer on the back end of what we call RMLS, and it'll pinpoint all the homes that you'll be interested in based on those facts. And then I'll email you those. Also, we have an app, same thing. You'll type in your bedrooms, bathrooms, location, everything that you need, and it'll pinpoint all the homes that you may be interested in. Once we find that home that you fall in love in, this is one of the most important parts of the transaction, in my opinion. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna call that agent. I'm gonna ask them, hey, can we view this home on this time and this day? And then also what I'll do is I'm gonna ask them, what's the activity been on this? Is there any offers? What's important to the seller? So at this point, we'll be going in and having so much information before we even see the home that we can put ourselves in the best situation. So we go view the home. You absolutely love the home and we want to write an offer. So you've selected a realtor, had a relationship with the lender, had a buyer consultation, viewed and selected homes. Now we're going to write an offer. I'm gonna call that agent again, essentially ask him the same questions. Is there any more offers? Has there been any more viewings? Dive a little bit deeper into what's the motivation of the seller. How can we help them? Because in all reality, we're all out for the same goal. They wanna sell the home, you wanna buy the home. So if we can work together during this thing, we'll have a lot easier transaction and a higher success rate. Then we go into what's called escrow period. And here's where everything gets fun. There's gonna be a lot of moving parts. I don't expect you to know everything that's going on here, but I do like you to be knowledgeable about this because there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. So the first thing we have to do is you'll deposit what's called earnest money. What earnest money is basically you showing the seller, hey, I'm serious about buying this home, so here's some money as essentially a deposit. And this money does roll over to the down payment, and we do keep this money safe. So if you don't buy this home, we want to make sure that you're going to get that money back, or if you get to the point of the transaction that you're well aware that moving forward that money will be there. So we'll talk about that here in a second. So one thing we do to keep that earnest money safe is have an inspection. So generally we have 10 days to schedule the inspection, have the inspection, and have the inspection negotiations. So during the inspection, they're going to do everything from tell you what's wrong with the roof, you need a new roof, from the cracked outlet or a door being off the hinge. The good thing that they do, the inspectors that I work with, is they'll tell you these are the important things that you need to get taken care of more sooner than later, some being before the transaction even closes. So there's some things that the sellers are responsible for, and there's things that the buyers are responsible for. That's what we're going to do during the negotiations is we're going to decide, okay, well, before this thing even happens, we want them to fix this, and then we'll take care of that. Once we agree on everything and say, okay, you're going to fix that, maybe we'll adjust the price a little bit, and we'll come to terms on everything that makes everyone happy. So then the financing. So the lenders are going to be going to work here as well. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be diving a lot deeper into your finances. So running your credit again, make sure there's no new debt that you have, and just really making sure that they feel comfortable and confident in lending you the money for this home. And then also what we'll do is we'll have a appraisal. And there's a little bit difference between an inspection and appraisal. The inspector, we're hiring the inspector in your best interest, making sure that you're buying the home that you feel comfortable with buying. The appraiser is coming to make sure that the home's in good condition in behalf of the lender. So they want to make sure, okay, I'm buying this, I'm lending them to buy this home. In an unfortunate case where they default on the loan, I want to make sure that I can get what I paid for out of this home. So they're going to do a lot of same things as an inspector, making sure it's got a good roof on it, foundation, and just making sure also that the price that we agreed on, that's what the home is worth. So that brings me to my next point. There is one thing that can happen here is during the appraisal process, the appraisal can come in high. So for round numbers, let's say we get into contract for $300,000, the appraisal comes in at $330,000. Well, that's perfect. Now you have instant equity. They have no problem. Home's worth what it's worth. We go about our day. The appraisal comes right in at what we offer. Still, no problem. They will lend you that money. Go about your day. Go about your day. And in the third case, the appraisal comes in low. And there's a few things that can happen here. At this point, the lender's only gonna lend you that amount of money. So say the home, we get under contracts for $300,000, it appraises for $280,000. Well, they're only gonna lend you $280,000. There's a couple different things, or a few different things we can do to handle this problem. Either A, the seller drops his price. B, you bring that $20,000 to closing. Or C, not very good arrows. Or C, you meet somewhere in the middle. And most of the time, that's what's gonna happen. And then the last thing that's gonna happen is the title company is going to be running a title search. Kind of like that purple. And what a title search is a few things here. First, they're gonna be making sure that the people that own this home, they can sell it. They're gonna make sure that that home has no liens on it. For instance, let's say that the owner had the roof done 5 years ago. Well, they never paid for that roof. That roofing company is going to put a lien on that house. So that means if you get the home and they don't pay that lien, well, now you owe them that money. But we're going to make sure that that's never even become a problem, and all those problems are taken care of before you gain possession of the home. So title search is done, everything works out there. Financing, they pull your financials, everything's good. They will lend you this money, appraisal is taken care of. Inspections are done, we do the inspection negotiations, everything is all good. Now the last and final step is we set a close date. We close on the home, we get you the keys, and now you have your brand new home. Well, new to you. So normally, this is where things stop. But I like to run my business I'm basically applying to be your realtor for life. If I do a good job for you, I want you to feel comfortable and confident to refer me to your friends, to refer me to people that you know, because if I can help you, I'd love to help more people. And then there's going to be things that come up in your home later. Do you need a contractor? Or do you want to just curious 5 years down the road, what's your home worth? And I want to create that relationship so I can provide that to you down the road. And then also, are you going to sell that home and get into another home, or get into investing homes, or just have any real estate related questions? So all that being said, I hope you learned a little bit more than you knew before you played this video. And if you have any other questions, ask me when we meet in person. And if there's anything else that I can do to you, if there's anything else I can do for you, I'm more than happy to do so. Give me a call, shoot me a message, and I look forward to working with you and getting to know you and your family.